Welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 75. That was an anemic little click.
Yes, that was.
Unless you have earbuds, then it was probably annoying, but that's okay.
Alrighties.
Welcome.
So.
It is, what is it? Today is Monday, November 4th.
Indeed.
And it is, well, that clock is wrong. I think it's about 3:45 Eastern Standard Time.
My computer's right, 3:50.
At the time of recording. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
Did you have a moment where you forgot who you were?
I was going to say I was Lady Fernico first, and I decided not to, so I got confused.
You have a curl.
I do. I have lots of curls.
It's right here.
Who are you?
I am the person playing with your curl.
This is
I'm the duck that flaps in the night. I am the... How does Darkwing say it?
I don't remember. That's too long ago.
Oh, man.
Anyway,
my name... I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy on Ravelry. Is at a site. Very excited.
Hot. Keep going.
On Ravelry, Plurk, and just about everywhere else.
I need to get a haircut.
I do too.
Anyway, I am, okay, if you got anything out of that, I'll be amazed. This is Talia, she is Franciscan Gypsy, and I am Marlisha, Lady Fernico. Stop that. Leave my hair alone.
It's like standing straight up, Alfalfa.
Stop. Okay, now, we have, let me thank you for joining us. That was a rather discombobulated start. Thank you for joining us again. We're glad to have you with us, and if you're new, welcome. We hope you stay with us. We do have new members. We have 5 new members. Yay! 5 new members. Happy, happy, joy, joy. The first new member is Cat Drive, who is Kathleen. Hi, Kathleen.
Hello, Kathleen.
The second one is Laura Mag, who is Laura. Yay. And then there's, I think it's Anita T. At first I thought it was Anita, but it's Anita T. Only her name is pronounced Anetta. So that's interesting. And then there's...
So it would be Anetta T, Mom.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. It would be Anetta T. Yeah. I hope that's right. And then there's...
If not, you can tell us that we are...
Super Steps joined us, which is happy. She is from the Mustache podcast group, and her name is Steph. And I Rock Knits joined us, and that's Corey. And we're glad to have her with us. All of you with us. Yay! And we hope to see you involved with our toy-along later on, if you'd like to.
Even if you don't like to.
Moving on with our publicity, Pinktober is over, and Denise and Kathy had a lot of participation in the group, so we're happy about that. Thank you if you participated. We're really excited because we each won something, so yes. That was really neat. So watch her podcast; it's really funny the way it happened.
For Kat. That's Kathy 913.
Yes.
Kathy's. We didn't win for Denise.
Right. I'm sorry. I should have clarified. We won for Kathy Knit Nerds podcast.
I still need to watch Knit Nerds. I worked this weekend. I worked Wednesday, Thursday, and I worked Saturday for that extra hour. So all you people who got an extra hour of sleep, I got an extra hour of work.
She got an hour pay too, so don't feel too bad about it.
I got an extra hour of work.
But
and then I worked Sunday as well.
But if you do take a look at Kathy's podcast. Take a look at it anyway.
Yeah.
But the way it happened that we found out that we won is really funny. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. Our toy-along is running really well. I am so excited with the participation. Yay. Some of the toys...
I'm really behind on that.
I am too. The toys...
I always get behind on my...
I've got this big black number 16 in my toy-along box, so I have to go...
I do too.
I think a lot of them were when she... responded to things when you were off.
Oh.
And I had been up to date, and then I think it's TMB with the number after it. I forget what her name is. She does a lot of cute animals. But she has a lot of really nice comments, and I think I have that some of those 16 are comments directed to other people that I don't have to answer.
Oh, well, that works too.
So that's, I will get there and say hi to everybody as soon as I have a little bit of time. But please keep up the good work. You guys are awesome. You're giving me so many ideas for toys. You're also talented, and some of these toys that we're seeing are personal patterns.
I know that I cued a couple of the toy patterns.
I did too.
I forget which ones now, but because I'm tired. but I did cue a couple of them.
I cued a couple of them, and I want to encourage people, TMB, whatever your numbers are, to please write up your patterns because they are so cute.
Is she the one who did the little alien with the sock eyes?
Yes. If you're that talented, please share the wealth. We'd love to be able to do those patterns. And for those of you who are doing other patterns, you are inspiring, all of you. So thank you for joining us, and please keep up the good work. We have another 2 months to go before it ends, and it's a lot of fun. We're really enjoying it. Ty, I didn't ask you about this, but I wanted to go ahead and mention this.
Yeah, go ahead.
We've
been talking about it anyway.
We've been talking about it, and then one of our viewers, and I hope she doesn't mind us mentioning her, MacKnit, had mentioned to us that she thought it would be really cool if we did a sweater along. And Ty and I had been talking about it for at least 2 or 3 weeks, and decided that we were going to do it. And we thought maybe in January for about 2 or 3 months, probably 3 months, maybe January.
What we figure is the beginning of the year for a few months we'll have the sweater along, and then that'll bleed into the autism awareness, which will then bleed into maybe we'll do something cardiac.
So we're still thinking about what cardiac will be.
And it won't be in conjunction with any particular month. Cardiac is, I don't want to say one of my passions, but that was where I got my start in nursing, was cardiac. And then the cardiac will bleed into the toy long.
So we will essentially have 4 big cows. I mean, it's not to say that we might not have something else smaller, for a month or whatever in between, but the ones that we will have are those 4.
Yeah.
We figure that that's enough for us. It gives us plenty of time. We know that you're busy. We know that you like to do.
I like long cows.
I like long cows because we're all busy, and it gives us.
I like long
Are you gonna let me
cows
finish my
that I
sentence?
cannot lie.
Are you gonna let me finish my sentence?
Hi.
No.
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 No, not high.
No.
No
Low.
high.
Low. Anyway, we like to make sure that we give you the chance to finish it. I think Dawn of Wolf Farms, I'm going to ship her over to you because she actually fits better over with you than she does with me.
Why is that?
Because you keep popping into song when I'm trying to talk.
You don't have a concert radio going on in your head?
I don't. I have one right here. I don't need one in my head.
I love you.
Anyway, so we like to make them fairly long so that you guys can have a chance to finish it. But the sweater along will probably be like the, what was the last one we did where we just had, was it the Podiversary one? Which one was it where we decided that we were not going to, we didn't have to finish
so sorry.
it?
That was the Podiversary.
Yeah, where with the sweater along, we might be doing that where we'd like you to finish and you can do as many times as you want, but it will also count progress.
Yeah.
Like we did, each week.
And we'll
get into that more
when
later.
we're closer to the sweater along.
All right, let's move on.
Hey, sweater along will be over my birthday.
Yeah, and mine.
Oh, yep.
Okay, whips.
How many do you have?
I have 3. 3 whips.
I'm so sorry.
3 whips. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha.
I have 4, so I start. What?
It's very cold back here, so I have chai tea, hot chai tea, and
Chai tea hot.
Computer, chai tea, hot.
I have, I feel like I'm trying to, I'm either fighting allergies or the beginning of a cold. I've been switching over to the flavored water, so I have Fruit O2 and I have the lemon one right now. These things are really good. Semi-addictive. And then the one, I grabbed 2 lemons by accident.
You were looking for the lime cucumber?
That one's good too, though. But I haven't found a flavor I don't like. I thought I didn't like the cucumber.
Lime.
No, it's not cucumber lime. It's cucumber lemon.
Oh, it is cucumber lemon.
Yeah, it's a really.
Oh, okay.
Because at first it tasted, when I first tried it, I thought it tasted like a salad with a little bit of lemon sprinkled on it, and then.
That light is making me look really washed out.
Oh, usually I take care of that, and I wasn't thinking this time. I'll go ahead and take care of that.
All right. It's actually, the sun is hitting me right in the face, which is why I look like I'm iridescent or glowing or something. It's this one here, I think.
It's not just your iridescent
My sparkling personality. There we go. Much better. Now I don't feel like... we can't see Davina when she gets out. Davina's outside playing because it's over 40 degrees, and she's allowed to go outside and play when it's over 40 degrees outside. So she's out there with a headband and her special little hoodie and all
Her
that.
fingerless mitts.
Yes. So. Okay, so you start.
Yes. So the first project I'm going to speak on is the one I worked on the least. I worked on a tumnel, which is in a bag there.
Llama, llama, llama bag.
It's Ginny's Cardigan by Mary Chiba. You guys are probably getting really tired of hearing
You can
all
probably
this.
recite it back to us.
Yeah, US 4 and US 6 needles, yarn piece, soft secret, and bittersweet colorway. And even though we think Hobby Lobby might be phasing out their yarn bee,
I think it's phasing
Yeah,
out a
I
lot
think
of
it
it
is.
stuff because you can't find it. And I'll go into mine later after she talks. But it's very difficult to find any yarn bee right now.
So, thankfully I have enough of the yarn. I'm making size 36¼ for the sweater, and it's in the Cloverbird llama bag.
Llama, 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 llama. She makes fantastic bags.
She does, and I generally go to her bags before anyone else's.
She's got some really good bags out there. I think her shop still has some bags out there if you're excuse me, if you're in the market for one.
Okay, so not sure how much progress I got done in comparison, but I never feel like it shows up well enough, the lace. Probably because I'm always wearing red when I do this.
Yeah. Well, it's showing up somewhat. Move it back a little. There.
So the owls are taking shape even though you can't tell. It's making progress slowly but surely. It's a lace that slows me down in all reality. Plus, this has not been the project that's been getting a lot of love lately. It's like I can only do a couple rows at a time, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. And it's not because it's a nice pattern. It's just a little bit of lace goes a long way for me, working wise.
Right.
I can, do cables for hours upon hours, but a little bit of lace goes a long way.
Yeah. Okay, that's my fault now. All right.
Your turn.
Me too. Okay. I will start with my Chihuahua. I actually worked on my Chihuahua. I think I've got the right bag. This one?
I don't know.
I think I brought an extra bag with me.
And we will have no texting interruptions.
Yes, we already talked to Mr. Paul about that, or Talia did anyway. Here is I think you already saw this part of him. So yeah, you're not moving very fast. That's not all I've done on him.
I'm sorry, I need to get tissue on the desk.
I have 2 eyeballs, minus the pupils at this point. Kind of freaky. I didn't do a lot of work on this. I was working on other things. Here is the nose. Like that. And I just started to work on the on the irises to the eyes, but it doesn't make sense to me what they're asking me to do on the last row. So I put it aside because I thought maybe I was tired. I was working on it, I think, last night or the night before. And it just seems awfully big for this. So I'm going to try and reread it and see what it is I'm not understanding. I think it's just something that maybe I just, I was tired and I just wasn't functioning. My brain wasn't functioning pattern. So I'm still liking it. I really am enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to finishing it, not because I don't like it, but because it's cute and I want it to be done. I'm using it. The design is the Lupita Chihuahua amigurumi pattern by I think her name is Paola Navarro, and I'm using an F hook and Red Heart Super Saver saws in tan, brown, black, and white. According to my notes, I'm using tan brow and black and white. But anyway,
a tan brow, huh?
Yes, and it's in my lowest bag. Her large. It was her large bag. I think now it's probably her largest bag. And it's the turtle bag, the sea turtle bag, which this is one of my favorite bags.
It really is one of her favorites.
Okay, so that's there. And it is now your turn.
Okay, let's see. What do I normally do for this? Hold on one second. I'm thinking.
Doodles and puppycock.
Doodles and poppycock. Do I still?
Oh, I didn't work on this.
Start with the
This was an extra one I brought. I'll put this back here. Because I have to talk to the designer about that one.
Stay there.
And she was even sweet enough to contact me, and I forgot to get back to her.
Because she...
Well, I got back to her. I think I got back to her. I said that I needed to look at the pattern again. It's the Stomp Gumball Dragon, and she was both she and TMB. I'm sorry, I really can't remember your
name.
Rab name completely. They both offered to help me with this if I just get myself in gear and give them the problem. I haven't done it yet. So
yeah, that's kind of a problem. So the next project I am going to talk to you about is the other one that I've worked on the least. So let me do that. That would be Sherbert the Lady Snake.
Yay! Oh boy.
Well,
for a minute I thought that he had eaten something. I thought that was the head.
It is the crocheted snake pattern by Spotlight using a G hook and Yarn Bee Danielle yarn in the colorway Vibes. And I'm also using Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, neons. Basically all the neon colors. Purple neon, blue neon, fuchsia neon, pink neon, and green neon.
You don't have the orange neon, that's all.
And this is for our toy along. It might not get done in time for it.
And this is one of the colorways that it is discontinued. The Danielle is discontinued. So
she's a one
it's sad.
Snake.
Yeah, it's sad.
So she got a little bit of love. I did a color change, I think. 2 color changes. So I haven't felt like crocheting lately. Crocheting is usually what I do for my toys, but this is also a big toy. I do look forward to having her, though. It's going to take me a while.
She's just cute.
She is. I think so. Even without her tongue yet.
She has her tongue. It's a little anemic right now, that's all. Yes, I love you too.
So, she's growing, and I think that Nicole said she was going to...
She was thinking about doing it.
Yeah, Scarlett said was thinking about doing it, because her husband didn't think it was as weird of an idea as she thought he would. Let's see, I need to move this right
I think that they have to be careful. Taylor might disappear inside of it. It's so huge.
She'll grow with it. She'll grow into it. There we go.
Literally.
But now it's your turn.
Okay, I'll go to the one I did. And it's in my Lois Angel bag. The project that I'm not doing is in my Cloverbird teapot bag. IT bag that I love, but I didn't give the project any love, so it's sitting back here. And I love Cloverbird's bags too. But this is my Lois bag, another one of my Lois bags, that she looked for the fabric for me because I wanted angels, and she found it for me. And this is my Rip-A-Good blanket, which I'm probably going to be renaming it something else. And it's a personal pattern. And this blanket, I ripped back a little bit because I did find out that I would not have enough yarn. I searched all over the place. I could not find Danielle yarn in the Dawn colorway anywhere. It just doesn't exist.
Danielle's color just is gone.
It's gone.
Danielle yarn is just
and when I went and looked on Ravelry pages, I noticed that some of the people on Ravelry had stated that this is a discontinued yarn. So I had to rip back, and I have enough that I can do the ends, equal numbers on the. Oops, I'm losing a stitch here. Equal numbers of the ends in the colorway that I had, and I'm going to have a pink center, and I hope this is going to look all right. I haven't really been able to see it, but you can see I've got about 3 or 4 rows in this book.
I think it'll be fine.
I think it'll be okay. It's just, it was discouraging. I was disappointed, but I think it'll work. It'll be a big square of pink in the middle, and then it'll have this on the bottom.
And you said you were going to do the pink as a border as well?
I think I'm going to do the pink as a border as well, so that'll tie it all in. Either the pink or I'll do a green, something to tie it all in.
Mm-hmm.
Are you hooked on me?
Yeah.
I still love the pattern. It's easy for me because it's in my head. It's just like I said, I was kind of disappointed that I had to switch yarns. I thought I had enough. I mean, who knew?
Who knew?
And I'm using I think it's an eye hook. I can't see without my glasses in this light. Eye hook. Okay, it's an eye hook, and I told
you don't write that down in your notes?
Yeah, I just my notes went boom boom.
Your notes went boom boom?
My notes went boom boom. It is an eye hook, and I thought I wrote it down.
I guess not.
Well, I think it's an eye hook, and it's on my project page. And
Well, it is an eye hook.
I can keep moving with this one. Hopefully, it'll get done relatively quickly because it's a pretty fast crochet. But right now, I have something that's obligation, as you know. Although you might be surprised at what my obligation is when you see it next. Because I have obligations, and it's fun.
I don't have obligations.
There we go. Okay.
I ignore all obligations.
That takes care of this. Yes, we all know this about you. Your turn.
Yes, I'm trying to speed knit to the end of this row.
Go speed racer. Go speed racer. Go speed racer.
I thought you said that, that didn't belong in our family.
Well, I don't do it while you're talking.
But for why not?
Because that's R-U-D-E, or is it R-O-O-D? Well, it could be phonetically if you want to go with the, what is it?
Now, with phonetics, don't you sometimes have, you could have just R-U-D with a weird little thingy over a U?
I think so. I don't know. I don't remember. I mean, I don't know.
It's like a weird little thing, I think the 2 dots.
Well, that's not, it's not, but that's not the phonetic approach.
No, that's not
something else. I mean, you guys learned with the phonetic approach. We didn't, we had phonics books and things like that. That's not what we did. I know what you're talking about,
but there's also, besides the little dots on top, there's also actual phonetic little
there's
things.
symbols, the long symbol and the short symbol and all that.
And I think that you could probably do the U, indicate that the U is supposed to be a oo sound.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's something. I forget.
I just can't remember.
I mean, that's what they have, the symbols in the dictionary. You just have to, look it up.
People use the dictionary? I thought that's what Wikipedia was for.
Yes.
What Google was for.
Your turn.
I know, I'm wasting time so I can get my last 4 stitches.
You are such a pain in the patootie.
It works, right?
You are a pain in the patootie.
I have 2 more stitches, and you can just tell me I'm a pain a couple more times.
I do not wish to. I will not, in fact.
There, thank you.
I didn't say anything.
Yes, but you blathered long enough.
I don't blather. I do not, in fact, blather.
You blathered long enough.
I never blather.
I got into what I needed to do.
The only person who blathers is you.
I got it. I learned it from my mother.
Ha!
She was a very good teacher.
I was a very good teacher, but I never blather.
Hey!
Are you going to do what you have
I'm
to do?
tangled. I want to show this. My yarn is tingly. Okay.
That's getting back at being a mean and nasty and
so
disrespectful person.
These are the worn denim. Meow. Not the worn denim meow. The worn denim cove mitts. These are the District DIY mittens by Kathleen Lamb. I'm using US 7 needles. And the yarn is Madeline Tosh Vintage in the colorway Worn Denim, and the other colorway is Cove. So, I guess I finished 1 mitt.
Oh, isn't that pretty? It looks nice and comfortable. Is that just where you seamed it?
Yeah.
I thought at first it was a cable. That's pretty.
I might need to add a little extra seam there.
Did you crochet seam it or did you sew it?
I sewed it. Now, it's a little... now, I'm probably just being sensitive. It seems like it's a little bunchy here just because I'm used to wearing cable mitts. It's not as tight as I like it. But I think it's really pretty.
I love the colors.
It's really classy looking. And the funny thing is my coworkers kept oohing and eyeing over the colors. I finished this on that night where we had the extra hour. And they were oohing and eyeing, especially over this color here, the Cove.
Yeah, I like that color a lot.
And one of them was like, oh yeah, and you can even knit while you're wearing them. I'm like, you have figured it out. So
they can't be taught.
Yes, this got finished on Saturday, going into Sunday. So I cast on for the second mitt. So the Cove has only been started a little bit. Sorry to pull up the yarn a bit. There we go. So you can barely see the Cove. And yes, I know.
Do you now?
Yes, I do. And There we go. Lovely colors, yay Macintosh.
You are, what do they call it? You are not inadequate.
In error?
No, remember, no, never mind, I'll have to tell you. It's a story reference and I can't think about it right now.
So that is my half object. And I actually
I like the way that
sewed
tuned up.
I sewed it with the blue.
Oh, did you? Yeah, it was nice. I like the way it looks almost like a detail for it.
Yeah, so it turned out a lot better than I had hoped for.
So it right sides together, right?
No, I did wrong sides together.
Did you?
I turned it inside out. Oh, that's what I mean by right sides together. Yeah, right sides together. I turned it inside out and
that's
sewed
what I thought, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I misunderstood you.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. My last project is the one I'm doing for my mom, but it's not the one you think I'm doing. I had a little bit of a
snafu.
A snafu, yes. With I should know better than to do anything that requires more than minimal attention when I'm knitting it, when I'm watching television.
You were also watching The Virginian.
Yes, and I love The Virginian. And so I went back and I had dropped 3 stitches. And the problem was I was yarn overing and things like
yarn
that.
Overing? Is that now a verb?
Yes, yarn overing. Yarning
over,
yes. Yarning over. And I had done some...
I'm sitting here writing grammatical errors. No, I'm really not, but...
Creative methods to get my stitch count to be in order. So Ty had mentioned that it might affect the shape of the shawl. Rather than just... I don't know where I started to do that, so rather than kind of winging it, I think I'm going to take it all out and restart it, maybe for myself, maybe for my mom later, I don't know, although what she would need to, well, I'm not making another one of that, so anyway, it is in hibernation right now. That is in deep hibernation, and that kind of skipped ahead, but it leads into what I am actually doing for her. And this, for my mom, this is the iridescent shawl, which is from the Merlot? I think it's like that wine.
Yeah.
Merlot shawl pattern by Julia Baconson. And I'm using a G-hook and Wild Hair Fiber Studios Pinnacle Fingering Yarn in the Renaissance Fair colorway. And I call it the iridescent shawl, and you'll see why in a minute. I hope the colors will show up. It's a little dark in here right now, so...
What colors are showing?
Yeah. I love these colors. It reminds me of dragon scales.
I mean, yeah, you need to bring it up close so you can see the
patterning.
Well, not just the patterning, but also...
Oh, the stitch rate.
This
is done.
There we go. That gives the impression the scales more.
Now, because it's a paint pattern, I cannot tell you what I'm doing to do this, but it's not real hard. You just have to pay attention, because when you're using the fingering, at least this particular fingering yarn, it's very thin. Not lace weight by a long shot, unless maybe a heavy lace weight, but it's definitely a light fingering. And so it's a little fiddly to do the stitch.
And
when
which
you
yarn
first
is
start.
that?
I already said that, but it's...
I didn't think you did.
Yeah, I did. It's the...
Wild Hair
Fiber Studios
and the Renaissance
Pinnacle Fingering Yarn in the Renaissance Fair colorway. And I thought iridescence would be a good name for this. I didn't want to call it dragon anything with my mom receiving the gift. And this is an unusual pattern because, and this isn't anything I can't say, it's worked from one side to side, and I don't know if you can see, I'm trying to see how to best show you. It's moving from the side, widening out and curving, and then it's going to narrow. So I think you can see it.
It might be kind of hard right now.
Yeah, it's kind of hard right now to see it. Sometimes I can't even see it when I'm working on it. I'm trusting the pattern. I love it too. You know what this kind of reminds me of? You know when you see oil in the water? You know, like a little bit of oil from a gas station or something in the water, in a rain puddle or something, and the sun shines on it? Kind of reminds me of that in terms of the color. But this is a fun pattern, and I started this after the podcast last week, and I'm almost halfway finished. I will block it. I think I have another 20 rows or so on this half, and then I have to do like 120 rows on the other half, and then I have to do the edging.
And warning, Davina is coming in, so there will be noise.
There will be extraneous noise in a few minutes here. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this. It's taking I can do this in front of the TV. I can do this in front of the TV. I can't do anything in the car. I've come to find out that I can't do much of this stuff in the car anymore. I get a little bit car sick, which is unfortunate. I used to do this all the time in the car. Here she comes. Okay, Davina, we're podcasting. Why don't you take a shower, okay?
I want to take a shower, I really do.
Okay, go ahead.
My fingers are so cold.
Okay, go take your shower. They'll warm up.
They hurt.
Well, you should come in earlier, kiddo.
No, I have my fingerless mitts.
Put it on pause for a second.
Okay, hold on.
Excuse me, we'll be right back.
Sorry about that. We had to have a lengthy discussion on the importance of if your hands are too cold, you need to come in.
Yeah, because she was complaining that her hands hurt, and so we had to discuss the fact that that's not a good thing. You have to come in when your hands get cold. So, all right. I think I said all I had to say about the iridescent shawl. I hope my mom likes it. If I can get 10 or 15 rows done a day, because it really isn't a hard pattern. If I can get that much done, I should be able to finish it before they get here for Thanksgiving, which is my aim.
And yay, Thanksgiving is not my holiday.
Yay! She gets to stay home. She can make bread.
Yes.
So that's cool.
And I just need to find my recipe that I created in high school.
Right. Okay, you're next. You're last.
Because I can almost, because I did actually put the effort into making that a handmade recipe. That was a bread machine recipe. I completely converted it. I should put a version of it out somewhere.
But you have to be careful.
Yeah.
Be careful,
I did completely convert it, though. There was no version like that.
Well, you can just say, I converted this pattern.
This
recipe. Yeah.
But anyway, not many people convert a bread machine recipe into handmade recipe, though, I don't think.
It's like you asking Anastasia to convert a knitted crochet pattern to a knitted pattern.
Well, I can crochet, I just prefer not to as much. Not because there's anything wrong with crochet, it's just I don't prefer it. Anyway, I keep feeling like I'm on the verge of a sneeze. My next project is the one I worked on the most. It is in the TARDIS bag, Black Clover Bird, and it's my black...
I'm sorry, Ploverbird, I apologize in advance. But you said Ploverbird, and all I think was PB, and all I think was peanut butter.
Okay, then.
Well, that was like, I had a random thought, I'm walking around, and I'm really excited. We had beautiful colors here this fall. And I'm looking around, the leaves are falling, and I said to myself, I was like, boy, God, I wonder if the trees get cold without their leaves, the ones that you let the leaves fall off of.
That's like a 5-year-old thought.
I know, but it just hit me. It was like, well, they don't have any leaves, and they're all bare, and it's getting cold outside. They must be shivering, but I guess God will take care of it better than that, right? I mean,
Childlike, Mom, not childish.
I am childlike, not childish.
Anyway, you completely derailed me. That's not nice. Black cherry.
You mean like when you sing in front of me?
The black cherry poncho. You see, this is how I ignore you. And it is the swingy poncho pattern by Casapinka. Using US 9 needles. I'm not related to her. And this is KR Dye Works Merino Cashmere Nylon in the black cherry colorway, and it's Aran weight. So I feel like I made quite a bit of progress this week. Come up here.
That's going to look nice.
I keep saying I'm almost there, and it just.
But she's not. Boy, that's going to be one heavy.
Why should I have it upside down?
Poncho. I thought it was upside down. Yeah. There you go. This is really, really, really heavy. It's
it's Aran weight, so.
Yeah. Very nice.
It's funny though. Even though it alternates skeins, it definitely pulls.
I think it's just the nature of the colorway.
I think it is too.
I like it.
I like it. I just think it's funny.
I really like this right here. That where my fingers are, kind of right here. There.
And I like it, but it's just funny to me that I alternate skeins. It's still pulling anyway.
It reminds me of marble.
And so it's really pretty. I can't wait to have it to wear. It'll be nice and comfy. And it'll probably get a lot of views because I get chilly at night.
Okay. Do you have any on the bookshelf?
I can't remember. Is that the
Finished objects.
Finished objects? No, I don't.
Okay, we don't. Neither one of us have finished objects this time around. Okay. Any rough drafts?
Nope.
Okay, I do have kind of a quasi-writer's block. It's not in hibernation, like I told you about my World is Green shawlette. Right now it's in deep hibernation. I probably will take it apart, but I will probably restart the project. So maybe not with that yarn. I'm thinking that it's a little bit thin, and somebody had mentioned that they had done it in either a worsted weight or a DK, and I was thinking that might be a little nicer, a little bigger maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So I might do that. In the meantime,
And you might be able to see it a little better.
I might be able to see it a little better, and I also want, I've got a couple of craftsy classes on knitting. I want to make a little more use of Talia for my knitting on something that is less stress, not in terms that I didn't like it, and it was not that it was stressing me out in terms of doing the project itself. I was enjoying the process, but I had a deadline, and I'm too new a knitter to put a deadline on that kind of a project.
My goal for you, though, is that you learn to pick up stitches and such yourself, because you can't keep having me pick up your stitches.
Well, that's why I tink back, and you get mad at me. And I was getting good at tinking back. It's just I couldn't do it with the yarn over. I'd never done it with the yarn over. I progress with baby steps. I do not jump off blindly, like some people I know.
It's always worked very well for me.
Not for me. I don't bounce as well as you do. I'm older than you are. Anyway, that's my writer's block. I'm not going to bother to go into prompts because you pretty much know that we're doing the toy along.
Yeah.
And basically the stuff that I have for prompts, they've been on and off the podcast indefinitely. I mean, since beginning of last year, some of them. So I'm not going to go through those this time. Do you have anything?
I think that leads us into
Royalties.
royalties.
Yep. Got a lot of royalties.
You have more, so go ahead and
All
start.
right. Let me start with something that makes me very happy. I got a Ploverbird bag. I did. I
did.
I kind of fell off because I wanted it. And the funny thing about this is I almost didn't get this one. I almost got a different one. This is my sheepy bag. And it's a medium bag.
I think
love
these
it.
we can show together.
Yeah, I didn't have any sheep in my bags. I have owls. I have owls. Do I have any other animals?
I think you just have owls.
Look at the pretty inside. I love it. Ploverbird is under the impression that I got the other bag because that's the one I ordered. But Talia put in an order for this one
with the idea that I would get this one
if I didn't like it. So I wasn't sure if I would, and I do love it. But when I saw it in there and I saw the inside, I thought, well, this might be a little loud for me. Now I'm not so sure. Now I wish I got both of them. But I think that's better for her. This one's better for me. And I just love it. I really do. And I'm tempted to go back and get another bag, but I think my husband will kill me.
He doesn't understand the bag need.
No, he doesn't understand. He understands the yarn need, and he understands a lot of the bags, not so much.
So yes, Ploverbird makes awesome bags.
Yes, I'm really excited.
I think she still has a couple of each of these.
Yes, I think she does. She has these. She has the narwhal is still there. Two of those. One is a sock and one is a medium. That mustache one is still there. If it keeps staying there, I may have to go back and get it because I think it's the cutest bag ever. The little men in disguise. The elephants are still there. So it's plug for Ploverbird. And I think well, I wanted to say that that Knit Is My Bag is also having a sale. They both are having a sale, but Knit Is My Bag, I think she might be sold out except for her small one.
It's not a sale. It's a shop update.
Shop update, yeah, for both of them.
Yeah.
Except for the narwhal bags in Ploverbird. Those two are on sale. So you might want to check it out.
Okay, so yeah, very awesome
Okay,
bag.
that's the. I'm gonna take these off. I'm getting a little warm now. How many do you have after that?
One.
Okay. Okay, I'll do the. I have several patterns because I want to show you the other thing last. Talia gifted me. Well, it was free, but she sent it to me. Stacy Trock. I guess she was contacted by whoever does monsters.
How much she was contacted, or if there was like a generalized.
Well, for whatever reason, she was contacted, or she did a Mike Wazowski, and Talia printed it out for me. It was a free pattern, but I didn't know about it, so Talia gave me that. And then I don't know if I showed this last week. This
I think you would have because.
all right, I think I had it with me. Well, yeah, I think you're right. I bought a sweater pattern. I was afraid it would go away because usually when I like something and I wait, it goes away. And this may be what I do for the sweater long. It is crocheted. I don't know if you can see it.
That'll work up nice and quickly then because it's crocheted. Now, granted, it's fingering.
And it has a hood. And if I can get gauge, I'll probably use my Dragonfly Fibers yarn, which I ordered 2 more skeins because I realized I didn't have enough. And I got a really nice note from, I forget her name, but she's in charge of that Dragonfly Fibers, and she said, oh...
Probably another Melissa.
I think it was Carol.
Oh, okay. We don't know many knitting Carols. So
yeah, I think it was Carol. I might be mistaken, because I read it real quick.
You know, they're all Melissas in a cold knitting world.
Yeah, except for us.
Well, we're abnormalities.
Yes, well, and Danielle and Denise and all that. But anyway...
don't confuse me with the details.
She told me that although there were 4 skeins when I ordered my 2, somehow she didn't have enough. So she's going to dye up another batch and send it to me. So I'm looking forward to that. It's just going to be a little later arriving than I thought. And that's okay. She contacted me. Great customer service from Dragonfly Fibers. They have great stuff over there. This hat, I had to get it because of the name. This is called the Talia Tulip hat.
It makes me think of a turnip.
And the designer,
I've never actually seen it on anyone, but it makes me think of a turnip.
This goes from infant to adult. And I just had to get it because it's a Talia hat. And it's spelled like Talia's name. I changed the spelling of her name when we named her because I wanted to make sure they said it right. People said it right.
Yeah, that fails, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Well, not everybody, just some. But
I get called Helia.
Yeah, well, there's no I between the H and the L. It's not Tahilia. And it's not Tanya.
A lot of times people think that when I say my name,
Natalia.
I hear Natalia, and I also hear Paula.
Paula. You must not say it clearly.
No, it's sometimes elderly patients.
Oh, well,
and even if they aren't hard of hearing, they'll hear Paula, and that's what I'll get called the rest of the night is Paula.
But this pattern, the designer...
Carla. I get called Carla, too.
The designer on this, I can't find her name right now, but she was really sweet because I went on to I forget what group it was, the Crochet Design Group, I think it was. And I said, oh, I need to get this when it comes out. Please airburn me. And she did. Even though I hadn't, I was not a tester, she airburned me. So that was really nice of her. I picked up a crocheted advent calendar scarf.
Oh, the light is getting really low.
Yeah, it is. You can open up the curtains if you want.
I think I might have to.
This is from 2012. I looked to see if she had a 2013. She did not, at least at this point. So I picked up the 2012. It's a crocheted one because I don't feel like I'm up to doing a knitted one. And that's much better, Talia.
Okay,
and
good.
So nobody will know the difference. I mean,
they won't know the difference.
I think it's doable. You do 5 rows a day. I can do 5 rows of crochet a day and still do my other projects.
Now I'm iridescent.
And yes, and this is the last one that I want to show you. This is for Davina. Focus.
It's not focusing.
Focus, focus, focus.
There it is.
There we go. That is a scarf. Davina will love it.
This particular designer has a lot of really cool ones. There's a snake one I think is awesome, and then there's a panda one.
The snake, panda, cat, dog, little puppy dog with ears.
I think the snake and the panda are the cutest.
I have to agree. I like the fox too. I like the fox as well. So those are my pattern acquisitions.
Oh, Mom, you know what you should do is Davina have a fox, you get a panda, and I'll wear a snake. Dad might not walk with us.
Daddy won't be seen with us. Should make Daddy a bear.
He won't wear it.
No, he won't.
I would wear one.
I think they're cute, but
Mhm.
those are my...
I'm not brave enough to wear the animal hats, but I would wear an animal scarf.
Well, the animal scarves are easily hidden if you want to.
But I don't know, it's different too.
It is. It is. And Davina thinks it's fashion forward, so, you know, there you go.
It's
But
like having a mink coat or something.
what is your next one? 'Cause I have one more, and you have one more, so go ahead and do yours.
My knee feels like falling asleep. So, I fell in love with, I was looking for patterns for fingerless mitts that worked flat, and I found, and you guys aren't going to be able to see it because I didn't print it out, the Mirkwood mitts. The Mirkwood mitts.
Those remind me a little of the Hobbit ones that I want to do, except that they have that cute little point.
Yeah, so it has basically it has a leaf pattern that meets at a point here, but it's flat at the bottom.
Think of a medieval dress that has that.
Yeah.
I guess what it was in medieval times is where they had the loop so that you can move the train of your skirt. You know, you put it over the middle finger.
But they also have a loop to keep the point where it's going.
Oh, they do have the loop.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
So I picked up, it's a DK pattern, so I picked up some Matosh for it.
Oh, isn't that pretty?
And this is Tosh DK in the colorway Moorland, which is somehow very fitting.
Yes.
So that'll be very nice, and I look forward to knitting those up. So apparently I have fallen into the Matosh pits.
I refuse to unless it's. I will do it for sock weight because I don't think it's that much disparity in the prices, but it's a little pricey for my taste in terms of DK and worsted weight. Even though I love it,
I think it's worth it.
I would have to be gifted that, I think, or it would have to be like I had some money for a birthday or something, and then I might pick up some Matosh for like her mitts or something like that.
I want a sweater in the cove.
Oh, I would love to have a sweater in that colorway. My next, excuse the crinkling, I got this today and I haven't opened it yet. One of my last stash enhancements that I was going to show with you is that sweater class. I was telling you, the beginner sweater class, and they had sweater kits, and it was such a good price that I got 2 different color yarns for it. I'm sorry if you have earbuds, you might want to remove them for just a few seconds.
You probably should have at least cracked it before.
Well, I was busy.
Busy is no excuse. You mean your life does not revolve around yarn?
It does, that's why I was busy. Okay. Okay, well, I have one sweater's
You know,
worth.
that makes me think of the colors that I use for Eliza's baby stuff.
Yeah. One sweater's worth in this color, which is eggplant, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right.
This is eggplant, and it is woolies, okay?
It's getting chilly back here.
And the other colorway is this green. I lost the ball band. There it is. This is, I think it's sage, but yes, this is sage. And they give you, you say what size you are. I went a size up just to make sure I had enough yarn. And they give you the amount of yarn. One of these packages of yarn, I guess because of the sweater that was associated with it, cost me $16. The other one cost me $13. I looked on the site and I saved, I think, $1 or $2 for each package. You know, it must have been like maybe even like 50 cents a skein or something like that, maybe more. But it was a good deal.
It's a really good deal.
I think the pattern.
The pattern's not going to be in a package.
I think the pattern's on the site.
Yeah, it's on site. That's
Yeah.
how they usually do it.
So I'm not even sure how much yarn I have. It seems like it's not very much yarn for a crochet pattern.
It's not a crochet pattern. It's a knit pattern, remember?
Oh, that's right. It is a knit pattern. That's why it was so little. I was trying to figure out why, for a small, I only needed, I think, 1,000 yards, 980 yards. Because my crochet patterns, I'm used to needing like 1,400, 1,500 yards, depending on what I'm doing with it. So I was really excited to get this. I have like 5 or 6 skeins of each color. And they're about roughly 200 yards each.
I did forget something. One of my coworkers thought of me, and I'm not sure where she found this. Oh, it's not even been opened.
Yeah, you probably should have cracked that open before.
Well, mine won't make noise like yours did.
Unless you bleed. And then you'll be, ah!
I don't make noises like that.
No, she makes meow noises.
Come down here.
It's a
Fine.
baby bat.
I know, I have a shirt like this.
Yes, I know.
There we go. Let go of my sweater. So it is a Batman bookmark. A bobblehead
bat.
Batman bookmark.
Bobblehead.
Well, she called it bobblehead.
Oh,
Um,
it's cute.
so it's a pop Batman. And that'd be the phone.
Yes.
And it can wait.
It can wait, yes.
So, yes, that's an awesome bookmark. So, my coworker equaled awesomeness.
It's probably the pharmacy reminding me I have to pick up the Venus meds.
But it was really funny for Halloween, because I worked Halloween. A kid came by visiting his grandmother in the hospital dressed up as a Joker. So I happened to need to go into his because I was charged at night or something. It was Thursday that was Halloween, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. So that's some political message.
stuff.
I walked into his grandmother's room to do something for her heart monitor or something, and he looks up, sees my Batman lantern, and just about flips out. It's not like you're wearing Batman lantern. It's like, oh my gosh, it's Batman! In a way, only kids can when they're
4 years of age.
He was a lot older than that.
You told me 4 when you said the story.
No, you misheard me.
Oh.
I said the reaction is like a 4-year-old. She misheard. She
Anyway.
wasn't paying attention to me. as
Why
usual.
should I? You're always blah, 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 blah. Anyway, what else?
I'm not loved.
No, you're hated and despised and abhorred. And I'm going to ship you over to somebody who will
Appreciate me.
disappreciate you. Okay. Oh, we won prizes.
Yeah, we mentioned
We
that.
mentioned
It was
that,
very
but we
awesome.
didn't say what it was.
Yes.
I won, hopefully, I probably won't have it this week. We probably won't have it this coming podcast because Kathy will be mailing it Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
But I won a skein of yarn. Kathy let me pick the color combination I wanted. I decided, I told her that my color spectrum, my favorite color spectrum was lay in the blues and blue greens and things like that. She'll pick it out. It's a sock weight yarn of 400 yards or more. So I'm leaving it in her capable hands. I'm sure she'll pick out something really awesome. And Talia won.
I won a pink, which made me laugh, but it was a cowgirl bag,
Yeah.
which was awesome. As you guys know, I've been really into the westerns lately.
Mm-hmm. And it's a sock size bag, but it looks a little bigger than a sock.
It did look a little bigger
Yeah.
than the sock. It'll be very good for like my small projects or for alternating skeins.
Yeah. It's a sunny shop bag. A sunny shop bag.
Yeah, I've never experienced those bags before, so it'll be a good experience.
Yeah. So we were excited about that
Yes.
because we rarely win anything, either one of us. So it was
The
fun.
only time I really won is when it's from Kathy.
I noticed that. That's funny.
So, without any further ado, I don't have anything else.
Thank yous. We just want to thank Anastasia Knits again and Patchwork Moose, who have donated patterns for our toy along as prizes. We are very grateful to them, and you guys are really lucky because they're both talented designers, and I think you'll really enjoy the prizes whoever wins them. So
Good heavens, that guy is like holding a conversation with,
With
our
himself.
answer machine.
Yes,
He's like having this full-fledged conversation.
I guess we have elections tomorrow. I'm sure across the United States it's the same for your local offices, and they've been bombarding us with political.
He's finally done talking.
He was talking to the machine. The machine was talking to the machine. So I hope my machine votes. But
I mean, what was that? It had to have been 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
yeah,
almost.
I'm sure you heard it. It's very annoying, but.
I mean, how long can you sit there talking to a machine? I mean, I know it's
Well,
another
it's
machine,
another
but
machine.
still, that's
Yeah.
annoying.
And the problem is that the answering machine, in order that you hear it, you know, so we have it so we can screen calls. So in order that we can screen our calls, it just keeps going.
I wonder what would happen if we picked up the phone and hung up the
They
calls
just
back.
they talk to you.
Well, I can still hang up,
Yeah, but they just call you back.
and I can hang up again.
During the political season, I have 2 phones. I have a work phone and a home phone, and I will get political calls on both.
Well, we got a really annoying one for the flu season where they went through. I get the fact they want to educate, but it was really they went for like 10 minutes explaining if this flu, that about the flu, you get your flu vaccine, blah, 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 blah.
Well, the problem is too when you do that, you scare people. I don't like being told that way. Because I don't have a chance to ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? Just don't. I get what you're saying. I see the stuff all over the place for the flu.
And I understand they want people to get the flu vaccine, but
It's just annoying.
it was very annoying.
Yeah. All right.
Invasive.
That's not what we're here for. You don't want to hear about that. So, anything else for knitting, crocheting?
No.
Okay. I guess we will leave you. It's starting to get dark. Now that the time has fallen back, I hope everybody was able to remember to fall back and not get caught in the time change unaware.
It was like the time warp. I'm like, what does that even mean? We call it the witching hour when it hit 1 o'clock twice.
Hit 2 o'clock twice.
I thought it was 2 o'clock, but
Daddy said it was 2 o'clock. I mean, he might be mistaken, but
well, I thought it was 2 o'clock, but it hit the first 1 o'clock, and then it went to 1 o'clock again, and then it was 2 o'clock.
oh, okay, because my clock, my phone clock, didn't hit 2 o'clock twice.
How can you tell you?
Because it said 3 on the thing and said 2 up here. It was really weird. It had 2 on one side and the time on the top, and then it had 3 on the time.
Because I was watching the time in the hospital, and
Well,
we saw 1 o'clock come around twice.
I only know what happened. But anyway,
She is in fact an error.
I am not. My phone may have been an error, but I know what I saw. Anyway,
You were half asleep.
no, I wasn't. I was awake because your father woke me up. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Thank you for participating in the toy along. Keep those toys coming. They're adorable.
Mm-hmm.
And please, we were going to ask if you could, we'll try to remember to open a thread, but if you could please let us know what types of yarn crafts you do. It would help us maybe in future prizes and things like that to know, so-and-so knits and crochets, so-and-so doesn't crochet, so-and-so doesn't knit, so-and-so only spins, somebody dyes. Just so we know what you do. It may not change anything, but it's nice to know. It helps us a little bit. And
So we can kind of have a demographic.
yeah, just we'll try to put up a thread in the next couple of days about, what your yarn hobbies are. What
And
you
when she
prefer.
says we'll try to put up a thread, I think she means I'll put up a thread.
I put up threads. Don't give me any grief, you oboe head. Anyway, that was, don't listen to her. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Anyway, stop it. We play hands. We haven't played hands since she was little. Anyway, thank you, and we hope you have a wonderful week of knitting, crocheting, spinning, dyeing, whatever makes you happy. And we hope you will join us again next week. This is Pen, Hook, and Needles, episode 70. What did I say? It was 77? 75?
76. 75.
75. And this is a wrap.